Why did I decide to go to college? I don't really think I decided. I think it was just something that like was expected. I never really thought like, oh, I might not go to college. Like it just kind of was like, I'm gonna go to college. Do I enjoy it and would I recommend it? I think I think for the most part people like college, but I think that it's really important to recognize that not everybody wants to go to like specific kinds of colleges, and it's okay if you don't want to go to college. Like I think there's plenty of people that have been. I mean, there's always the trope of like the most successful people in the world, like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and whatever the guy who he went here and I can't remember his name, the Facebook guy, like all of these people didn't graduate from college. So like there's plenty of ways to be successful and not go to college. So I think that's like a narrative that the world doesn't always get, and there's sort of this pressure to go to college that like it's just like do this, do this, do this, do this, so that you just keep going, and there's no like I don't even know, why did I, so I don't know. But I think personally it's been a great decision, like great decision for me. I don't think if somebody had asked, I would have said yes, I want to go, because I'm a super curious person. I really love to learn. I love going to school. I'm a very social person, and so like college has been amazing for me, and I've definitely enjoyed it. So I would recommend it if you want to learn, if you want to be in a new place, if you want to be challenged, all those kinds of things. However, that's not to say that's the only place you can do those things. Like there's plenty of other places to get experiences that will make you grow. I do think though college is one of those things that sort of is like built for that, and yes, it's a huge privilege. And I think, in my opinion, sort of on a blanket statement, like why not? If you have the ability and you have the drive to do it, like there's no reason not to. It's not like it's not going to be a waste of your time, in my opinion. So the first thing is I don't stress a whole lot about my GPA, which is a little bit counterintuitive, and also I think not as common, especially at my school where people are so cutthroat about academics. But I find that like I'm just going to do my best in every sort of like small task, and like it will come together or it won't, but I'm going to do my best. Like that's all I can do, right? Like stressing about the end result and like the grade that's going to be spit out isn't really going to help me do better in like the small tasks that are going to add up to like whatever the result is, if that makes sense. So that's my first thing, is like I don't think stressing about the results is a good way to go about anything. You should, like, if you're going to stress about something, stress about the procedure. So that means like make sure that you're getting your homework done, make sure you're taking good notes in class, like make sure you're doing, it's like all the little things, because stressing about the result is like you can't control that, you can control the little things. And it's the same way with swim practice, like I can't control the time that comes out, like I cannot control the clock, but I can control every stroke that I take, and like if I control every stroke that I take, I do my best in every single stroke, then like it's likely that I'll go best time. But if I sit there thinking the entire time like gotta go best time, I'm not gonna do it. I have a lot of very specific routines that I do for classes, and just making sure that I, if I'm having an essay, like I have a very specific essay routine that I do to write the essay, and I like know it down pat, and I know how much time it's going to take me, and I just block out the time for that. I'm also the kind of person that like, I think that I wouldn't say that I'm like the smartest or something at this school, like far from that, but I'm very efficient in my work. And the reason for that is a couple things. First, like I know the work that needs to get done, and I'm like very pointed about being like, all right, these are things that I need to do, I'm gonna sit down and do them. But then I also I think it's so easy to get distracted, and so I always put my phone on do not disturb, and I always put my phone away, and I don't check it until I've like finished going over a lecture, or I've finished going over an entire assignment, or I finished writing an entire page, or whatever it is. Like I make little sort of goals for myself, and then I say that I can't check my phone until I finish doing that. I see so many people like sitting in the library, like on Facebook, like texting and calling and music, and they're just like, I don't understand how people get things done.
Awesome. I guess a good question is like, how do you study?
Well, my stuff is literally right here, so I can show you. So, all right. So for physics, I do my problem set. We have online problem sets. So I just like write down. I don't know if you probably can't see it, but maybe I don't know how the connection is. But I do write my work into like a notebook. I'm like a very minimal paper kind of person, so I have one notebook usually for the entire semester. All my notes are done on my computer for the most part. So for example, here are my lecture notes. Let's see, let's look at a pretty one.
Gotta find the good one.
Yeah, so I write my notes on my computer and I write out the lecture notes like this. Okay. And then like, I don't know, this is force and acceleration. So that's how I do that. Usually I try try to make sure that I do work throughout the semester so that I don't have to like cram before a test. It doesn't always work out that way, but I try.